Fitness challenge number 3. Lack of self-discipline. Now trust me, we all are guilty of this at least at some point. Well, here's a saying, maybe you heard of it.
To get something you never had, you have to do something you never did.
Ever heard that? Well, if you didn't, now you know. I guarantee you 100%, there is no way you get to a certain point just with motivation. Without discipline, it's gonna be a very few days journey for you. Every fit person you see do not get there by feeling motivated every single day. You know how they did? And me included? Well, we just did it anyway regardless of how we felt. This is rather easier said than done, as it could be really hard, and trust me, I know this. Well, Jim Rohn says, discipline is the foundation in which all success is built, without which failure is inevitable. Guess what? Life doesn't reward excuses, regardless of how valid the excuse might be. Life only rewards effort. If it were easy, everyone would do it. That being said, here are my 2 laws of self-discipline. Number 1, start slowly. What does start slowly mean? It goes like this. Now, you go to the gym, you see a guy like me, maybe inside, and hey, I'm not kind of putting myself up here. They're pretty much people who are stronger than me, but I'm very sure I'm stronger than anyone who is just beginning his fitness journey. So I'm definitely going to be lifting way heavier weight to the gym. And maybe you want to start lifting the same weight I'm lifting. Well, guess what? That'll probably be your last day at the gym, because you're going to leave the gym and feel crazy. So you'll feel like, if this is what these guys are doing, I don't want to do it. But you actually went with the wrong way. You want to start slowly. You want to start with less weight. You want to start by not training for 1 hour, 30 minutes, 2 hours. Maybe you want to start by training for 45 minutes in the beginning, right? You want to start by walking, then slowly running. You want to start in everything, you want to start slowly with your food, right? For example, we're trying to lose weight. Let's give it as an example. And you're currently consuming, let's say, 5,000 calories. And the overall goal is you want to put yourself in the deficit. Well, you don't have to cut 5,000 calories and come down to 1,000 calories. That's not going to be sustainable. That's going to be hard. After a few days, you're going to just say, well, if this is what it takes to lose weight, I don't want to do it, right? So, self-discipline, my first law to self-discipline is start slowly. From 5,000 calories, you could come down to 3,000, where it's sustainable. Once your body's adapted to it, then 2,000 and eventually 1,000 calories. You don't feel it, right? So you always take baby steps, always take slow steps in everything. You want to wake up in the morning, fine, right? Maybe you're not used to waking up in the morning. So what do? You shouldn't just start by training 7 days a week. Maybe start by training 4 days a week. You wake up one day you sleep and rest. You wake up one day you sleep and rest. You slowly get yourself into the routine. You want to always start slowly. And that is the first law of self-discipline. Second one, promise yourself and make sure to keep it. That's the second law to self-discipline. Now this is the hard one, right? Because first of all, in today's world, people don't keep promises anymore. I have no idea why though. But trust me, you want to keep the promise you tell yourself. Because if you cannot, how then can you actually call yourself a human? You cannot just keep a promise you give yourself. If you've promised yourself, I want to get in shape, hey, you should hold yourself accountable to that, right? Hold yourself on your words. Make sure that you actually do it, regardless of what happens, regardless of how long it takes. Just keep your promises to yourself. If you promise you're going to wake up at 5 a.m. every morning, do it. If you promise you're going to be in that deficit, do it. If you're going to promise yourself, okay, for the next 1 year from starting this new year or whatever, I'm going to go to the gym without fail, do it. If you're going to promise yourself that by the end of this year, I'm going to lose 40 pounds, do it. Be obsessed with it and make sure that before the end of the year, you actually keep that promise. If you're going to make a promise to yourself, keep it. That is the second law to self-discipline. You combine these two together, promise yourself and keep it, Second, and the first law, which is you start slowly, put it together, and trust me, there will be no limits to how much progress you can make. Damn, do I love this view. And here comes the fourth fitness challenge, which is basically too busy with work or no time to go work out. Hey, if you've watched up until this point, then here's a plus for you. Remember, I'm not here to tell you what you don't already know. You already know everything I'm saying. I'm just here to remind you of the things that you've overlooked so much that it's sunk deep into you. And I want you to send your hand, reach out and pull it out. And remember that, hey, I'm here to do this for me. I'm going to do this for me. Hey, it is the life. You cannot hop on motivation. As a matter of fact, you have to anticipate demotivation in the nearest future. You have to always understand that there are going to be some days when you will not feel like it. You have to understand that there will be some moments when you don't feel like eating a certain way. You don't feel like going to a certain place to go do a certain thing. And in this case, we're talking about fitness. You're going to understand real quick that discipline, self-discipline is not about you not having self-doubts. No, you're always going to have self-doubts. Every now and then you'll be like, hey, I've been hitting hard, I've not been seeing these changes, I'm just going to give up. No, it's about you knowing that, hey, I'm going to have this self-doubt at some point, I'm going to feel demotivated at some point, but I'm going to keep doing this. So how do you overcome that? Having a game plan, keeping a promise to yourself, like one of the laws of self-discipline, which I just mentioned. And it's all about having that game plan. You know, this is the plan, this is what I'm going to do, this is what I'm going to do, I'm going to reach to it. People reach out to me, people reach out to other people to coach them, not because they don't know, but because they need someone to hold them accountable and someone who's going to use the experiences on them, on the points where they're stuck, on the points where they face a plateau, where they're trying to build muscle, lose fat, be healthy, be a champion, live life, be awesome, be a champion, not just in fitness, in life. There's always going to be that point where you feel like nothing is changing and you need someone with a greater experience to help you in that point. So you have to have these plans all kept down. Now, these are the things that are going to help you keep being self-disciplined. You have to always ask questions, you have to research, you have to always make sure that you're seeking the things that are going to help you achieve the goals you want to achieve. Hey, it's all about you and it's all about achieving this goal. Nobody wants this more than you do. But it's going to be a waste if you're just going to let go because you don't feel a certain way or just because you've not been seeing results. I want you to anticipate this, and I want you to know that you can always reach out and seek for help. You can always reach out to me. You can always reach out to a lot of fitness professionals. You can always reach out to someone. You can always reach out to an AI like chp3. You can always reach out to Google. You can always reach out anywhere and research something that's going to help you achieve that goal you want to achieve. You need to have a game plan. Keep the promises to yourself. Remember the 2 laws of self-discipline. Keep them, and this year is your year to get in the shape of your life, the best shape in your life, the shape you've always dreamt of. And if others could do it, you definitely could do it. Again, it's your boy here, Clumsy, the technique coach. I'm not just talking like a guy from anywhere. I'm a certified nutritionist, certified in principle of exercise, certified in anatomy and physiology, and with every single knowledge I've had, I put it in the simplest way possible. I don't go into mentioning how the body works and science and all that. I try to make it simple that it can help you. I'm not teaching you to be a doctor or to be a trainer, and I'm not here to brag. I don't even care about the certificate. I've been working with professionals, keeping them in shape. I've transformed hundreds of lives in the past 7 to 8 years professionally, and I've been in fitness personally. This is the 13th year running, and I'm just sharing my experience. I want to help you guys. And hey, if you want to know how exactly all the other questions we have, right, 100 fitness challenges, 100 solutions, stay tuned as you're going to be watching all the other problems I'm going to be mentioning, how you should overcome them, how you should overcome searching for the right coach if you wanted to, how you can overcome having the right nutrition, whatever your goal is, how to solve that, how you can overcome training right, training safely, how you can overcome other things apart from just training and gym and stuff like that. Like, imagine a female menopause, and I'm just gonna bring my experience. And remember, as we're interviewing 1,000 people, it's all about figuring out what everyone suffers on earth. And on this channel, we're gonna break it down, figure out how 1,000 people had to overcome it. If you've not watched the interviews, stay here and you're gonna keep seeing us interviewing more people, bringing out more solutions to help you, and how you're gonna be able to live your life, make a fitness life easier. Thanks for watching up until this point, and I'm not asking you to subscribe. Do not be a follower, be a student. I'm signing up.